Yo, YouTube, what is up? Welcome back to the Radar for Wrestling Studios.
What up, Mox?
Guys, we're back. Got NXT. A halfway decent show of NXT. It's the go-home edition of NXT before War Games this Sunday. We got one takeaway from the show. Not much going on. Just a lot of build-up towards NXT. We had another ladder match. It's time for the women to see who gets the advantage in War Games. We got a lot of that going on. We got, like, you know, a lot of hype between the men's War Games, between Undisputed Era and For the Brand, McAfee's crew. We got a lot going on. There's a lot of that going on. There's still the NXT North American Championship situation is still,
that's a thing too.
Still there. So it's all hype up for the show. We got one takeaway for you guys, so let's get into it. Before we do, I want to remind you guys, if you're watching this, you like the videos we're dropping, all the content, smash the like button, do us a favor on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're watching, not subscribed to the channel, helps out a lot. Notification bells, you guys alert when new videos drop, like this one and the AEW Dynamite video and our War Games prediction video as well, that comes out later. And in the description section below, you have links. Amazon, shop through there, use that link, kicks back to the channel. Honor Club, Fight TV, sign up through there, kicks back towards the channel when you buy stuff through there. Highspots.com, buy anything you guys want, kicks back towards the channel as long as you use that link. Follow social medias, the Instagram, the Twitter, the Twitch, the TikTok. All those are the same handles on all those platforms. Hit me up on there. Without further ado, guys, get right into it. One takeaway from NXT, the go home before War Games. And the show started off with a tribute to Pat Patterson. Obviously, Pat Patterson just recently passed.
R.I.P.
this morning. So RIP to Pat Patterson, the creator of the Royal Rumble, one of the best Finnish guys that there ever was.
Yep.
So, you know, rest in peace, Pat Patterson. But the
basically
show
the reason why wrestling in WWE is the way it is because of Pat Patterson.
And a lot of the guys that came out of there always call him like a big mentor and everything like that. So rest in peace, Pat Patterson. But NXT started off with a tag team match. It was Raul Mendoza and Santos Escobar going against Damian Priest and Leon Ruff with Johnny Gargano on commentary with two guys dressed in the Scream outfits behind them. So we're going to find out who the hell those guys are. The match was what it was. You know, Priest and Ruff get the win here. Ruff was able to get the pin. Didn't really do much in the match. It was pretty much all Priest. And yeah, that was pretty much it. They stared him down, and that was the end of that. I don't like that they fed you know, Mendoza and Santos Escobar to the team, but at least Mendoza was the one that took the fall, not Santos Escobar, because you don't want to delegitimize Santos Escobar, what he's doing. Yeah, this
was a weird way to start the show. I didn't really enjoy this. This was kind of like,
it wasn't all that great. Next thing on the show, we had Austin Gray going against Cameron Grimes. Was what it was. I mean, Cameron Grimes gets the win. He takes out the strap, starts beating him up. Here comes Loomis, and he scares Grimes off. So they'll have the strap match at NXT TakeOver War Games. So that's pretty much all there is to that. I mean, not much going on there.
It's a filler match.
It's going to be less interesting than their Halloween Havoc match, tell you that much.
I mean, unless zombies come out with straps.
Which could have zombies with straps. Another interesting thing. Next thing we had on the show, we had Jake Atlas taking on Tony Nese. Jake Atlas gets the win here. It was a good match. It was a fun match. But, like, you know, it's just Jake Atlas going for Santos Escobar. I don't think Atlas should be the guy to take it from Escobar, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not super excited about
Tony Nese, man.
Yeah,
he's like the world's best jobber. He's just like the most talented jobber maybe of all time.
Big time, yeah. But I like Santos Escobar. I think he legitimizes the division, so I kind of want them to keep the title on Santos Escobar for a bit longer. Next thing on the show, we had the Grizzled Young Veterans taking on Imperium, which is surprising they put this on just like a random episode of NXT, these two teams. You know, it was what it was with disqualification because Everrise comes out because they got attacked by Grizzled Young Vets last week. So Everrise, I'm not a fan of. It's just, you know,
I mean, when they were champs, no, that was Imperium. Who Everrise?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Imperium was champs, but like, you know, I like both Imperium and Grizzly Young Vets, but Everrise just like the tag team division just doesn't really like do it for me right now. But
Fandango, bring back.
Yeah, they need me Breezango come back.
Bring back Breezango.
Yeah. All right. So next thing we had on the show, we had like a video package where the Undisputed Era, like, overly dressed, went to this restaurant that they were like,
it was Horseman style.
They were super overdressed for the restaurant they were in. They're just, you know, talking about how they're gonna do at War Games, stuff like that. Just build up towards the War Games. It was
really loud in that restaurant. Like, it was a lot of background noise.
Well, it seems like they filled it in a legitimate restaurant that was actually on time.
I was just like, I couldn't hear what some of the guys were saying. Like, what are we talking about right now?
Yeah, so they had that. Then Pat McAfee comes out with Pete Dunne, Lorcan, and Birch, which Birch looks like he's 50 years old. He's like the oldest looking wrestler in NXT. It's like,
like he was in NWA, like JCP like style. That's what he looks like.
That's what it does. He's there. They all have their, you know, and Pat McAfee cuts a good promo. He does. I mean, he has the gift of gab. He talks a lot of trash, and he makes you hate him a lot too.
Yes, and he's being a heel. Like, he's not trying to be cool. He's not trying. He's just being like, he tells you guys all suck. Everybody watching, you suck. Everybody's a wrestling fan sucks. I like that. Just like old school heel work. Not like I have to be cool but still be a heel. Like, no, just be a heel.
He tells you the stuff that the heel should tell you. Yeah, that's what he does. Exactly. So he comes out. hypes up the match, so you know they're gonna win. I don't know who's gonna win that match, but we'll let you guys know in our predictions when we figure out our predictions of who we think is gonna win what match.
Pete Dunne talked too, which was,
that is true. Pete Dunne did talk there. Normally the stoic guy doesn't say much, but let's get to the main event. It is Shotzi Blackheart going against Raquel Gonzalez. It is the same thing they did for the men, they're doing for the women, a ladder match to see who gets the advantage at War Games. I'm surprised they picked Raquel going against Shotzi, which they should have done captain versus captain if they're gonna pick Shotzi or something like that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Shotzi got her tank run over, so she's like,
that is true. They did have a promo for War Games where they had some of the girls in the back, like where Shotzi's building something, and there was like a big glowing light when she showed them. So I'm interested to see what that's gonna entail at War Games. So
maybe a gold tank or something. I don't know. It's supposed to drive through the cage, knock it all down. I mean, it could be craziness. Who knows?
It could be
Shotzi for crying out loud. She's
now,
nuts.
The match was good. It wasn't as good as Kyle O'Reilly and Pete Dunne, but it was a really good match. Yeah.
It was never gonna be that good.
It was never gonna be that good. Yeah. But Shotzi Blackheart gets the win here because Io Shirai comes out and helps out. This is our one takeaway from the show, and Shotzi Blackheart is behind us winning because Io Shirai helps her out, and she is the fourth member of the team. So the team now of Shotzi Blackheart is Shotzi, Ember, Moon, Rhea Ripley, and now Io Shirai. So it's a pretty stacked team going against the team of Raquel Gonzalez, Toni Storm, Dakota Kai, and Candice LeRae. It's a stacked team. You got two of the top women in the division, and Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai on one team going in there. So it should be pretty interesting matchup at TakeOver between these two teams.
Like, as I saw all these girls that are involved in this match, I look at the main roster women, and I'm like, damn, you girls need, like, the NXT women's roster is completely, and then Tegan Nox isn't even here. Like, they're completely loaded.
And they're booked better.
They're booked better. The in-ring work stuff is way better. Besides Bayley and Sasha right now, and Asuka, there really isn't anybody on the main roster that's pretty interesting or can be at the same level or better than the girls on there. Like Io Shirai would kill it on the main roster. I think. I mean, her promos, but whatever. So it's definitely going to be a hell of a match. I'm excited for both of these matches. They should be really good. There's a lot of talent in the ring. I'm sure going to be crazy things. Io Shirai's gonna do some crazy flip off the cage. You know she is.
Yeah.
You got two power girls, Raquel and Rhea. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a really good time. I'm excited for Sunday for sure. Yeah,
that show's going to be really, really good. I'm excited for the two matches as well. Yep. A lot of stuff they can do, but you run the risk of, one match doing something, the other match doing the same thing, stuff like that. But they've done a good job of kind of staying away from that. Not if one match does something, the other match doesn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
There's been enough times where we have the Hell in a Cell. We know what's up. If you do one, maybe the first match and then the main event, you got the whole show in between. You can I can forget a little bit about what happened earlier, so maybe we can work it out that way. But I think the man should close it out because that feud is very just really one of the coolest feuds going into a War Games in a while. I like both groups. I think it's a good balance of guys, and Pat McAfee and Kyle O'Reilly have had this beef for so long. It just makes sense for them to end the show together.
Yeah, you mean McAfee and Adam Cole? Yeah, that beef goes back for a while. Yeah, so since they had that one matchup they had, so it's a continuation of a storyline that's gonna culminate at NXT War Games. So we're excited about that. But that's the takeaway we have for you guys from NXT. Like I said, it wasn't the greatest episode of NXT. It was just a lot of build up for War Games, which is fine. It's a go home show, so it is what it is. But yeah, Io Shirai and I joining the team of Shotzi Blackheart. They have their 4 members filled out for their War Games, so it should be pretty interesting. We're gonna drop our predictions episode for War Games after this one, so stay tuned for that. It'll probably drop on Wednesday, whereas this one drops on Tuesday night.
Well, Thursday.
This one drops on Wednesday night. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit the notification bell, like, comment, share this video, all that stuff like that. Let us know in the comment section what you guys think about War Games so far. And without further ado, it doesn't work for you, don't have to do the job.
Later,